And we're back on Day of Giving live stream, and we have the directors of our two art galleries here, Mary Proenza, director of the Barry Gallery, and Caitlin Barry, the director of the Cody Gallery. First of all, can you just maybe each talk a little bit about your career before coming to Marymount and what brought you here to Marymount University?
Sure, it's a long career, as most people in the arts have. Before I came to Marymount, I taught in New York City. I'm also a practicing visual artist. I practice all the disciplines I teach, which are painting, printmaking, drawing, etc. And I'm also a writer, so I had also written art reviews for some publications in New York, including Art in America and the Brooklyn Rail. So that's a brief nutshell of my experience. Caitlin?
Similar to you, Mary, I also came to Marymount via a career in New York City, working primarily in the art market and working at galleries in New York and Washington for about 10 years before I came to Marymount.
And can you each tell us a little bit more about your respective gallery and what types of exhibits it houses?
Sure. I direct the Barry Gallery, which is here on main campus, and as Caitlin will also tell you, the Barry Gallery and Cody Gallery are sort of sister galleries. They have a little bit of a different bent, but many things in common. They both highlight, I think, contemporary art at the university and in the DMV region. The Barry Gallery is more student focused. A lot of our shows involve our students, such as the juried student exhibition, which is an annual exhibition, a senior thesis exhibition, which is coming right up, opening on Friday, December 10th from 5 to 7 p.m. Please come. And we also support and foster our graduates. The current show, about to end this week, is an alumni exhibition. So that gives you some flavor of some of the student shows that we have. We also have been doing juried competitive exhibitions for high school and college students. And then we also, like the Cody Gallery, we also feature professional artists, mostly from the region and sometimes from beyond.
Well said, Mary. Cody Gallery focuses on regional, national, and international artists working in contemporary art, although we have done more historic exhibitions. And we also work with independent curators and members of the community as partners. So our current exhibition is called Magnifica. It's a duo from Italy, from Milan, Goldschmidt and Chiari, and it's a sculpture and photography and so almost painting exhibition, and that is a partnership with International Arts and Artists and the Italian Embassy. So we are actually having a closing reception for that exhibition this Friday at Cody Gallery, which is at our Ballston campus on the second floor. And we will be debuting and premiering a screen dance performance curated by or choreographed by Mimo Mikolis, who is an Italian choreographer with the Washington Ballet. So there's many interdisciplinary arts practices that occur at Cody Gallery.
And on that note, Caitlin, let me also ask, what other countries have you had artists represented from recently?
Oh my goodness. Well, I know that kind of prior to my time, I believe there was an artist shown from Brazil, but I could be wrong about that. But this is our first formal partnership with an international country.
And, Mary, you mentioned having, alumni art represented in your gallery. We're highlighting alumni participation this year, so could you talk a little bit more about some of the alumni work you've had?
Well, it's a wonderful show, and it is currently up through Thursday, December 2nd, so if you have a chance, pop in there and take a look. It features over 30 works of art, and the participants span quite a number of years, graduation years. We have some alumni who graduated in the early 70s right up to alumni who graduated last year. And so it was a really nice mix of time periods, also a nice mix of media, including painting, drawing, printmaking, ceramics and sculpture, mixed media, even a film. So a really nice array. We also were able to enlist the help of a alumni juror, Jamie McDonald, who graduated in 2018 as an art major, and she has selected a Best in Show, Justin Rice Moore, who graduated about 10 years ago. I think he graduated in 2011, and two more recent graduates were honorable mention Madison Taylor and Jesse Clemens, who are just graduated in the last couple of years. So it's really nice gamut of work and people from across the decades at Marymount.
And how do each of you feel that having these two galleries really strengthens the student experience here at Marymount?
I think it's really advantageous for students to be able to see an actionable course toward a career, either as a practicing artist or an art market professional in the commercial side, or the institutional side working at museums or nonprofits. And Mary and I really work in tandem to make sure students are aware of those possibilities.
Absolutely, and the reason we have so many student-focused shows in Berry Gallery here on main campus is just for that reason, to give students every advantage as they transition from being students to being professionals, and really encouraging professional practices. And we're in such a great region for galleries and museums with all the resources in DC, so we really, try to foster that experience for our students.
And just last thing, while we're interviewing here, anything you want to pitch to get people to come to your gallery? Anything you want to say to members of the campus community?
Well, I think that, sadly, we're still in the pandemic. We have a little bit more freedom these days, and so we are able to gather in person, with masks in the gallery. But, art at its most basic is about human connection. And so I think I see it in the classrooms that I'm teaching. People have that hunger always to connect, and I think even more so it's heightened in this pandemic period, and so it's just art can be about anything in the world, and it just helps raise discussion and friendship and connection of all kinds, and really brings us together as a community.
I don't think I could have said that better myself, Mary. That was very well said. It really is all about human connection, and the artists that we're showing at Cody are often workshopping with classes and professors and students here on campus as well. I will plug our upcoming exhibition, which opens in January. A Baltimore-based artist named Dave Issa, who is exploring his Middle Eastern heritage via a 5-week residency in Amman, Jordan, that occurred this summer, where he was teaching painting and skateboarding to Jordanian youth. So that is all coming together in an immersive installation at the gallery. We open, I think, January 14th or 15th. And I just had to have approval for 3,000 pounds of sand to be put on the floor of the gallery, so there's always something fun
and that
going on.
exhibition is another example of Caitlin and I putting our heads together to collaborate to make great experiences for our community and students. So, for example, we're going to do a printmaking workshop with Dave and students making T-shirts.
That's right.
To help promote the exhibition and its themes.
Well, Mary and Caitlin, thank you for telling us more about the galleries here. Amazingly, we've been streaming for 7 hours, but just one interview to go. We'll wrap it up next with the women's basketball team.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thanks, Jimmy.